watching The Kate Fox Show. I'm Kate Fox, and today I am speaking with Alexa Valentino.
Hi.
Hello. And Alexa is a singer, songwriter, recording artist. What am I missing?
Actress, pianist.
So she is multifaceted, multi-talented, and you have been at it since you were how old?
Like 4-ish. 4 or 5.
And I mean, really working.
Yeah.
Because, and you realize I met your mother on a train.
I didn't
years
know
ago.
that.
Small world, folks. I met your mother by happenstance on a train in 2015, I think.
Interesting.
And that's how I've been following you, because she told me about her daughter. And for all of you that want to know that, everything happens for a reason, man. So, and she was talking about you and had the lessons you were taking in the city, and you have been plugging away at it more than a lot of adults would. You work your butt off.
Yes.
So what was your first, I want to talk about your new stuff, but we're going to wait because I want them to get a background on you. What was your first gig that you remember?
The first show I ever did was Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I was 6 years old, and it was actually at the John Engelman Theater right up the road.
And that led to, did you love it right away?
Yeah, I did. I did.
And now you take lessons in Manhattan. You were working in Manhattan.
Yeah.
How did that fit with, well, I could say, how does it fit with being a kid?
It's hard. You do end up missing stuff. There were a lot of times where I didn't get to go to a birthday party, or, I missed a school field trip because I had an audition. I definitely still had experiences that normal kids, have, and had some experiences that some kids will never have, I got to see through different acting camps and things that I did in the city, Matilda like 15 times on Broadway. I was able to, be mentored and write music with Debbie Gibson when I was 11, and who is just such an amazing human being, and, do things that some kids would not get to do. So I think that the fact that I had that balance is something I'm grateful for. And it's still hard, I still can't always see friends maybe as much as I'd like to, but I think that the alternative is worth it, for sure.
So you have the passion that tells you that this is really what I want to do, so it's okay to sort of put that aside.
Yeah.
Because I know that this is going to be more.
Correct.
Basically.
Yeah.
We're talking about more, but we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Rob Rush, and you are watching The Kate Fox Show, for those that are in the know.
Hi, I'm Kate Fox, and I am here at the new and expanded home of Tresses and Colors at 1227 Montauk Highway in Oakdale. And they are just preparing to celebrate 25 years in business and have recently won Best of Long Island. They are house to Sunny and Dew as well, which is all natural skincare and hair products. And boy, you can find anything you want here. So don't forget to shop local discounts and mention the Kate Fox Show for 25% off any hair service. And we're back. And so you started when you were little. I know I saw you perform, did we determine 4 years ago?
I think it was it was September of 17 maybe?
Yes, at the East Northport
Correct.
Fall Festival.
Yes.
And so are you primarily now recording?
Yes.
Okay.
I started out with theater, like I said. I started doing like different camps, acting classes when I was 4. I did my first actual show when I was 6. My first off-Broadway when I was 9. And then really started I had a little bit of a transitioning period when I was 11, 12, still acting, still doing films and shows. also kind of becoming an artist. But I think at this point now, I really consider myself to be a recording artist, songwriter, primarily.
Did you see it coming, or was it just suddenly, poof, I'm here?
At first, no. I genuinely believed for a very long period of time when I was a child that I would be doing theater for the rest of my life. Because it was all I knew for a really, really long time, was the theater world and that whole arena and the competitiveness and the auditioning and the tap classes and the monologues and all that stuff. That was, you know, what I thought I would end up doing. But things just kind of ended up working out. You know, I met different people. I met Debbie Gibson through her sister, who directed an off-Broadway show I was in.
Really?
So, you know, things just kind of worked themselves out. And now I see why I am where I'm at. But if you would have told me when I was like 10, even 11 maybe.
You're such an old lady.
I was going to end up being an artist, I would have been like, no, probably not.
So you've been evolving. And when did you start writing your own music?
I mean, I couldn't give you an exact age because I technically started writing music when I was, very little. I have a notebook that I will never throw away that has like songs that I must have written when I was maybe 7. Songs. My second grade excuse for a song, whatever I came up with, but I never thought it was, like I said before, going to be something I would actually pursue. But I wrote my first, start to finish song that I actually ended up releasing, being my first song ever, when I was 11. So, yeah.
And what is that song called?
That's called Free to Love. That was the anti-bullying song that I did, which kind of kick-started my artistry many years ago. That was like the first real song that I wrote, I think. Yeah.
How'd that feel when you not only when you wrote it, but when you said, okay, I'm recording it, and then?
I was very excited because it was so new and so exciting. And I had a music video that we had filmed too, which was like so much fun. I remember like the excitement, and I still feel the excitement now. Like, I think my favorite part of being an artist is literally filming music videos. It is so much fun. It is as fun as it seems. It's really one of my favorite parts of the process. But I remember filming that music video that day, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I love this. And I, between that and, being excited, I was, going to be in the news for it, which I was really excited for. And, a lot of people ended up sharing it on social media. It was a really, really thrilling process, especially being a kid, because it was like, I never had experienced anything like that before.
Is there something you like best about filming a video, or is it just the whole thing?
I think it is the whole thing. A lot of times, I think that one of the things I love the most is just like working with everyone, with, my director and my choreographers and makeup and hair and people in the video. Sometimes that's like the most, that's the best part of it. Like, I have people that have been in my music videos, whether they played like an actual role or were just like in the background or they were dancing, because I've done a lot at this point that I still like keep in touch with, because it's such a like fun thing to like do together and bond over. But really bringing a song to life like that, it's the vision that you kind of have in the back of your mind when you write the song, like in front of you. It's a fun day. It's long, but it's a fun day.
It's work.
It's work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Yeah.
It's real work, and it's not an easy job that you've chosen.
No.
So, let me ask you now. Do you have a hand in the casting? Do you have someone who handles that for you, or do you do the casting, or what role do you take when you're filming your music video?
So usually when it comes to casting, my manager and I will kind of work on, with the producer, like the treatment, which is basically the script. It's not an actual like script with like dialogue or something. if it was a TV show or a movie or a commercial even. But it's kind of just like an outline of everything that's going to happen, goes through the structure of the song, and it, you know, it doesn't just include, you know, specific like movements, but facial expressions, lighting, wardrobe, all those specifics kind of planned out ahead of time. And when we figure out who we're going to need, she'll normally just like text me pictures of people. Like I'll literally check my phone and I'll see like 18 new photos came in. She's like, look at, tell me what you think, and like we'll look at people and heights and stuff, and it's more of like a collaborative process. We kind of figure it out together, you know, and that's pretty much how, you know, that whole thing works.
Wow. So you're also in the direction of casting, directing, because if you're taking a role in that,
Right.
then that's setting you up to be prepared to do those jobs as well.
Correct.
We're going to take one more break and we'll be right back.
We are ready to rock the comic world. We've been waiting a year for it. Come on down. And we've been waiting a year for Comic-Con. Big Apple is back. It's going to be all kinds of Big Apple stuff going on. Our 2-day show is going to rock. We've already got Jimmy Palmiotti, Amanda Connor, Jason David Frank, Dave Gibbons, the writer of Watchmen. And man, we're going to have a parade in the street in September. The countdown has begun. Here it is, BigAppleCC.com. Come on down. Come on over. Here, Hell's Kitchen, 34th Street, 8th Avenue, New Yorker Hotel.
And we're back. So we're talking about videos, we're talking about your career. You have been, I know you did, before Revolution had closed, you did some shows at Revolution. You've been performing. You actually just did a show not too long ago at the Spotlight.
Correct.
At the Paramount.
Yes.
So you're out there performing now.
Yeah.
How was it getting back to performing live after everything was shut down? How was it for you?
Oh, I missed it. I honestly don't think I realized how much I missed it until I was back. It was, Spotlight actually, I did a couple shows when things got back leading up to it, but Spotlight was the first show that I did where I was like, oh my gosh, I missed this so much. There's something about just having like a really great audience and like a great crowd and feeling confident in your performance and like all of it mixed together. It's a great night. It's just a great night, and making new connections, meeting new people, to collaborate with fans. At that show, actually, I met somebody who, I don't know if I told you this or if you knew, but I have my own music school. I'm a piano and
I
vocal
wanted to ask you
teacher.
that. Thank you for mentioning that.
And I actually, a woman came up to me because I mentioned it during my show in between songs, and she was like, do you have any room in your schedule? Could you teach my daughter voice? And she's one of my students now. Like, you never know
You never
who
know.
you're going to meet. So it's why, another reason why I love those things. But when everything goes well, it's a great night. It really is. It's just a great thing in itself.
That's very cool. Now, okay, we're circling because since you mentioned that, because in my head I wanted to ask you about your school, and of course it went out of my head because we were talking about the other stuff. When did you, so you have a school. Tell them about it.
So I started my own music school when I was 14. I opened up my own piano and voice studio called the Alexa's Music School, and I teach both piano and voice. In the future, I obviously hope to expand it, add to my roster even more, even though it's gotten crazy, add instruments teachers and, open up my own space, again, future. But it's probably my favorite thing that I do. I love it so much, and it's like something that I never in a million years thought I would have done, and it's like the light of my life. So.
That's great. Well, see, now I don't want to go back to the other thing, even though it's a great thing, because I love what you just said. How crazy is it that you had no idea?
No, it was my mom's suggestion. She was like, you love these things, why don't you try teaching them?
And your mother told me, 16 students.
Something like that, yeah.
With school and, I don't know, recording videos, whatever, making records, I don't know.
crazy.
It's a lot. It's a lot for someone your age.
Yeah, it's pretty much school, teaching, and then everything else like revolves around that and gets fit in and put places where those other two things are not. For the most part,
As long as you can fit it, right?
Yeah.
As if you love it, if you can fit it, where's the downside, right? Okay, so tell me, you just recently, I'm losing track of when, but it was within the past month or two, you just released another song.
I did release another song. Yes.
And I know I have the timing off a little bit, but and what is that called?
It was about a month ago. It was
right.
July 23rd.
Okay.
And it's called Kissing Other Girls, and it's actually the lead single off my EP.
Your EP,
Yes.
which is
Coming out in November 12th, actually, to be specific. I'm very excited. And one of the things that I loved about the song, not only, is it an accurate representation of where I'm at now, and is it, one of my favorite songs I've ever written, it's the newer Alexa, compared to my older, material that's out. But I've, in the last couple months, grown a great fan base on TikTok, an audience that I love, and I have had this entire new platform to share it with, and the excitement and the energy on there is incomparable with any other social media platform. It's just so amazing, and to have this entire new experience with sharing it on there and seeing people make videos with it and just genuinely love it was something that I've never experienced with another release before. So it took it to a whole new level, and I'm so excited for the next one, which is so soon. And I just actually shared a sneak peek of, and people are already excited, so it makes me so happy.
Great. Oh, that's great. We love that. So now let me ask you something. If people want to find out about you, get in touch with you, get your music, learn about you, where do they go?
www.alexavalentino.com.
That's really hard.
Really
www.alexavalentino.com. And I have to say, because there's a little noise behind us, people just got engaged behind us. In case you're wondering why there's some cacophony, that's why. So now, and that's what, okay, so they can get anything they want about you there?
Information, contact information, social media links, whatever.
Okay, so I want you to check her out, check out her music, check out what she's doing, and I want to say thank you for talking to us.
Thank you, this was great.
It was Alexa Valentino.
Every day, every night, I get lost in paranoia, thinking can destroy us. Wondering if I'm on your mind. Remember when we were together, there was no feeling better. I know that you're with her, and it's a reminder you're no longer my secret, 'cause I failed to keep it. I'm not good at sharing, 'cause then I start comparing myself. Why you have to be with somebody else? Yeah, I bet you're doing just fine, alright. I'm not 'cause I'm thinking of the way you love and baby, I can't stand the sight of you kissing other girls. Yeah, you're okay. It must be as you turn into the gift of the fact that I moved on. Oh, you're replaced. Yeah, you're kissing other girls. Wasted tears, wasted years. I only can imagine what you do without me. I try to go to sleep, but in my dreams I see you with girls that are me. I'm not good at sharing, 'cause then I start comparing myself. Why you have to be with somebody else? Yeah, I bet you're doing just fine, alright. And I'm not 'cause I'm thinking of the way you love and baby, I can't stand on the sight of you kissing other girls. Yeah, you're okay. It must be nice you don't have to think about the fact that it will rich. Okay. While all kissing other girls, these are little boys, and they don't make me feel like they should think you love me like you could. No, I wish you would. Just stop kissing other girls, wasting my time. I'm about to argue, never touch a little thing. Yeah, I'm faking nice. While kissing other girls. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Alexa Valentino, and you're watching The Kate Fox Show.
She is so great. Follow her.